Well, a few years ago when I was learning how to fly, I was flying with my flight instructor and we were practicing what you call a forced landing, or basically you practice for a situation if your airplane engine kind of quits and you train to land in a field. So we were training around, this was up in right on the border of Canada, the United States in Sault Ste. Marie, Sault, Michigan, Sault, Canada, and we were over the states at the time, and there was I-75, the highway there, and so I said, "Oh, I'll pick that field over there to land in," and the instructor said, "If it was me, I'd land on the highway." It's like, we're not supposed to land on the highway if we're pilots. He says, "Yeah, well, at least that way you get in the TV." He wanted to be a star. Okay, well, now I'm a star. Welcome to the Super Pilotish channel. My name is Graham Wilson, and today, in my nice safe basement, I'm going to be going over somebody that basically had to land on a highway down in Brazil. And so we're going to do that. And my guitar over there at the very end, I'm going to be kind of, I don't know, picking away at that too. Not actually picking, but I'm doing some maintenance on it. And my plan is to do a little bit every show, and eventually it'll be all done. Okay. And for some reason, my headphones are not working exactly the way that I would like. Daniel, I see you here. Oh, Daniel's in a meeting right now, but hi. Yeah, let me know if my sound is okay, because I can't hear myself. I'm just gonna take these off. Okay, there we go. We'll try that. All right, so let's get to a video. And like I said before, anyone let me know how the sound's going on this here. I was messing around with it before the show, and I don't know. Maybe I'm talking like I don't know, like a mime. I'll have to mime out the crash. Well, it wasn't really a crash. Actually, it was a very safe landing, and this happened on April 5th. I made a few little notes here from the computer, and yeah, I saw it all over social media. And this guy, his name was Mateus Renan Calado, a 29-year-old pilot down in Brazil, experienced an engine failure, and it was kind of all over social media. And he landed on a highway. So let's take a look at the video, and then I'm going to go kind of a play-by-play on everything he did right. And I didn't see too much wrong with it. So here we go. Let's see if I can. Okay, come on, Graham. There we go. So that's the video. And let's take a look. Aiming the whole time. Okay, you can see the plane there. I'll just let him work his magic, and then we'll get into it. Pretty cool. And you get to see the plane as they drive by it, and then that's the end of the video. There you go. One happy ending video. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a little bit of a play-by-play on this, and yeah. How am I going to do this now? Okay, this is kind of weird because I can't hear like what they're doing and stuff. I'll just do my best. Okay, so we're going to start off with our video, and I'll kind of stop it as I need to explain what's going on here. So here's a guy and a girl driving down the highway. It was highway BR 101. Apparently that's a highway that goes up and down the coast of Brazil near a town called Garuva. And I don't know how to pronounce stuff in Portuguese. So let's Well, we'll see if you can speak Portuguese. Then oh, here we go. Mona Moore says sounds good. Thank you. Okay, yeah. So here we go. We're gonna play this, and I'll stop it here and there and tell you kind of what's going on. Okay, so she's saying, oh my God, there's an airplane. He's landing. What's he doing?" So it looks here like it looks to me like this is either flat and then it's going up a hill, or they're kind of going down a hill right now. And so, I mean, this would be very challenging for any pilot to land in. You can see how it's all kind of mountainous around there and hilly. That's tricky for a pilot to figure out. If you have an engine failure, oh my gosh, where am I going to land? Landing close to the highway is always a good idea. If you have to, you can have help. It's right there, right there. Someone can pull over and help you. But I think what the pilot was looking at, he didn't want to land in the traffic or anything like that, but just to the right up here, you can see on the right, there's quite a big, I wouldn't say it's a field, but it's a very large section of grass. And so that's what you would be aiming for if you're a pilot. You want to go land in the grass, farmer's field, something like that. But so I think that was his original choice was, okay, I'm going to go land in that grass over there. And there's another little thing that you can see. And I don't know how to put a pointer on this video. I wish I could do that. But you can see above the airplane, almost up in the sky, there's a couple little dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots you can see there. Those are little balls that they put on power lines. So those are kind of, I don't really call them high tension power lines. The main transmission lines that have like a whole lot of juice going through them. And so they put those little balls on there specifically for this reason. I thought this was really kind of cool. That's why I wanted to show this video. And you can see it's so pilots can see them if you're flying along. So usually that's more for the benefit of helicopter pilots because they go a little bit lower than airplanes normally. But in an emergency situation like this, hey, here we go. The pilot saw these little balls on the power lines, and they said, "Oh, I better get under those power lines," that's kind of a tricky thing to do, and they're quite high by the looks of things. But the first thing this pilot did right was like, all right, he avoided the power lines. Like you get hung up in those things, you're in big trouble. So yeah, if you're ever driving around somewhere, you see those balls on the wires, like even telephone poles and stuff like that out in the countryside. You might say, why do they have those balls there? If you look over, there's probably the farmer has a little strip of grass there. He takes his airplane off and on. So anytime you see those, there's probably some sort of airplane activity in the area, or just for this. I'm not sure if that's exactly like a bylaw. No, I wouldn't say bylaw. Regulation or anything like that to put those wires if you're so close to whatever, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, good thing they were on there. Let's get back to our airplane. And where's he going to go next? Step one, he avoided the wires. Good job. Okay, now we can see that the airplane, he's going over the grass and thinking, all right, I'll just land in the grass. But it looks like either the grass might be too short. He's coming in too fast. Like the grass maybe isn't long enough for him to stop. Or there could be, now the camera is tilted a little bit there. But I still think it probably slopes off for drainage off of the highway. So you'd want to be landing on somewhere flat because airplanes can't land on a tilt like that. I mean, you probably could get away with it if you're really lucky, but chances are it would probably send you into the trees or something like that. Something weird would happen. You'd want to be on the flatter surface, which is the highway. But we have traffic. what are we gonna do? And you can still see those balls up on the top there too, on the wires. So he's okay. I'm gonna go land on the grass. That's what I was looking at when I was a few thousand feet up, and oh, now I get close. It looks no good. That can happen too if you go. If you're ever way up north and you see a logging road, don't ever don't ever try to land on a logging road. I remember someone saying that to me once, and then one day I was driving around way up north, Ontario here, and I was like, hey, that looks like a logging road. Let me take a look at it. And oh my God, the amount of rocks and tree stumps and brush and everything, and it's bumpy. Like I mean, from the air, a logging road might look nice and flat and cool and cleared out from the trees, but you get down, it's all rocks, stumps, and really hilly. So you're gonna be breaking landing gear, flipping over, and you're in the bush. So you'd be better off just picking somewhere else other than there. That's my experience. All right, let's keep going. How's our guy gonna do here? He says, nope, 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 I'm not landing on the grass. And we're going to pause that there so you can still see more of those balls. Now they're driving underneath those power lines. And it might be kind of hard to see on your, might be hard for you to see on your device, but he's over in front of a truck up here. So he's merging with the traffic. Did he put it on his turn signal? I won't go back and judge him for that one. And so let's see what he does. Boom. Okay, so he got down onto the highway here in front of the truck. Now, I also think that the truck driver did a fantastic job in this case too, because what do you do if you're driving around on the highway and all of a sudden, boom, there's a plane in front of you? Well, you put on your brakes, slow down, make sure no one else crashes into you or the other airplane. But the cool thing here is that the driver of the truck was leaving enough space. He wasn't tailgating the car in front of him. So that made it okay for the airplane to get in there and basically merge vertically with the traffic. And so, I mean, what are the chances of an airplane ever landing in front of you if you're driving on the highway? Almost zero. But there's another reason why you might want to leave a little more distance on the highway behind the person in front of you. And it's just anything can happen. So even a plane landing in front of you. So here we go. Good job, truck driver. All right. So here I was thinking, oh man, there's this median right in the middle of the highway. I thought, oh, is he going to smack into the median? Now it's a high wing airplane. The type of airplane that this is, it's reported is a Pelican 500 BR, which is kind of a light sport aircraft. I think in Canada it might be considered an ultralight, but yeah, it's a little high wing light sport. I think it started off as kind of a home built experimental plane, and there are some companies that fully assemble them and sell them. So it's that's what it is. It's a light little airplane, and good old Mateus here did a good job getting it down. And he's lucky it was a high wing airplane because you can see the wing is going over the median, and he did a good job there. Of now, it might be hard to see on here too. Yeah, so you can see how it's kind of swinging around. So right now the pilot is doing a fantastic job using a combination of rudder and brakes to steer it on the ground and avoid the median, the wing going over too far in oncoming cars. He's got some fancy footwork going on here. And we're going to come up beside him. And another cool thing, I thought, okay, we can see some brake lights with the car on the right behind the truck. And so they're slowing down. That's good. And check out this truck. Look at that. He's already got his four-way warning flashers on. And now that is a good truck driver. So look at that. And the thing is, if you see what he's carrying, he's got his, okay, slow down. I got my hazard lights on. I don't know what that is. Agro something. Uh, trying to see if there's like an explosive placard on that. It's something he's carrying. I can't quite see it. Oh, hey, here we go. Safety Doc just popped in here. Hey, David. There we go. Best show on the internet. You got it. Be the best Graham Wilson you can be. Elon Musk, April 2024. Yes, I'm always getting excellent quotes and stuff like that towards me. Okay, yeah, so that truck would be very heavy too if it was all loaded up with liquid. Liquid is very heavy if you're a trucker, and lumber is really heavy too. So let's go buy this airplane and inspect for damage, and I'm very surprised. It looks good to me. It doesn't look like it's got any like bent up landing gear. Looks like he used a little bit of flap for that landing. It doesn't look like a full flap landing, but the thing is, he was going at an appropriate speed. And usually, little airplanes, it's not that unusual to have a safe landing on a highway, because when you're taking off and landing on an airplane with an airplane, for these little airplanes like I fly, it's you're going right around highway speed when you take off, and then when you land, you're going about highway speed. Like 65, 70 miles an hour, something like that, 55. So it's in that range that you're going to be touching down or taking off. And so I always usually, I try to tell that to my passengers if they're a little nervous about, oh my gosh, when are we going to take off? And so you tell them, well, once we get up to about highway speed, that's when the wings become effective and you'll see us take off. So, and I always tell the people too, it's like, oh, we got lots of runway here. And they go, oh, okay. It's a good way to calm your passengers down. So our guy, he landed at highway speed. I wonder if they gave him a speeding ticket if he landed too fast. I don't think so. And he pulled over to the side of the road to let the other traffic go by. He's also lucky here. He's got his high wing airplane, and looks like the wingtip is going over the barrier to stop you from going down the cliff. Oh, and so that was another thing too. You can see by the time he slowed down and stopped here, if he chose to go on the grass before that I was talking, he wouldn't have been able to slow down. He would have been heading into the trees. So that was like kind of a split second decision. Maybe not a split second, maybe a 1001, 1002. Oh no, I'm not going there. A very quick decision. And he made the right choice, decided to go land on the highway. Happy ending. Let's go by here and see if there's another what else we can see. And when's I think my video is almost done here. Yeah, and then they're zooming back. And if you can see here too, there's room for the traffic to go around his wingtip. So he's being a courteous driver and pilot here. So that's pretty cool. Good job, Mateus, down in Brazil. And what do we got here? Yep. So that was that. And so what did he do? He avoided the power lines, made a good decision on not going into the grass. Great fancy footwork on keeping it on the highway, and then like pulling over the side of the road. That's good airmanship and good drivership. So like, I mean, good job all around. And so what happened there, from what I could tell, no one really knows why the engine failure occurred. It's a Pelican 500BR, which is I don't know, for me, I don't like to be an airplane engine snob, and I don't know what kind of engine was in it too. So I have a feeling that, like for me, I feel safest in a little airplane if it's a Lycoming or a Continental engine that's been certified. There's other airplane engines out there that have been certified, like there's Rotax and a few others. And then depending on the ignition system and stuff, do they have dual ignition or not? It's considered a light sport aircraft, not an actually fully certified aircraft. That's another thing there too. So it might not have a dual ignition system. So if one fails, the other one will keep the engine going, or not too sure. But they're cheap and they're fun. So it's all a trade-off like that in aviation. So yeah, that's my take on it. Lots of good thing there, and the truck driver did a great job leaving space in the first place. So to give, and he was being courteous to let the airplane in and merge vertically on the highway, and it had his four-way flashers on and stuff like that. Good truck driver, good pilot. Everyone walked away. That was a good landing. So there we go. That's what I say about that. Now, what else can I tell you about? Oh, okay, my ongoing guitar over here. So where we last laid, yeah, that's all I'm talking about, airplanes for now. Then I'll do some guitar stuff, then wrap her up. Just because this is kind of like an idea, I guess, inspired by laziness. I don't feel like mucking around on that too much, but if I get old Woody out here, my favorite Phillips head screwdriver, yeah, I figure I'll just pick away. Bad choice of words for a bad pun. I'm just gonna muck around and okay, whoop, don't poke your eye out. So I got all these little wires and stuff. These little where we last left off. Super pilotish almost poked his eye out with with these wires here. They are guitar strings, but they're kind of wire, and I use wire cutters to cut them. So where we last left off was I was trying to figure out how to get these things out of the back. And then I was like, look, there's this cover here that has to come off. So I'm just going to take it off right now. And I was trying to not do that. Okay, that works nicely. Don't lose. How am I not going to lose these screws? Okay, that's my pickup that I'm going to be putting in eventually. How long will it take? Might take a while. You know what? I'll just put my screws in here for now. Looks like there's 6. 1, 2, 3 screws. Yeah, no. We're going for 4. Isn't this exciting, guys? Taking off the back cover of a Fender, well, a Squier Stratocaster, and we're gonna make it sound a lot more rock and roll here. So there we go, and that's what that looks like. I got all the screws out, and this guy comes off, boom, just like that. And then, if you've never seen, you ever see these rock and roll stars, and they always got the little bar here, and they're going. That's the sound it makes. So that's your tremolo system in the back, and that puts tension on your strings. And you can see if I squish this right. So that'll put tension on and take off tension on your strings. That's what makes it sound all Eddie Van Halen-esque. So now I should be able to easily take out all 6 of these strings here. I'll start with the fat one first. Oh, piece of cake. There we go. There's 1. Let's try the next one. Oh, yeah, this is way easier. 2. Let's try 2 at a time. Oh, yeah. 3, 4. Look at this. Double speed. And let's see if I can get the other guys out. Yeah, I don't know why. Okay, these are trickier, of course. Try to be a hot shot. You always get try to be a hot shot and it doesn't work. Whoop. Yeah, you'll have to take my word for it that this looks very amazing. Yeah, it's kind of stuck. And that's what you always see all these YouTube videos where it's like, oh, this is what you do, guys. Boom, 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 boom. Well, here at the Super Pilotish channel, I'm keeping it real. You're seeing me struggle and fail and do a bad job. But do I care? No. All right, we'll take that guy off there too. That was my whammy bar, or the tremolo arm, if you want to call it. Now let's get serious here. I just got two more of these the little strings are hard to get out. Oh, man. I wonder if there's a secret to doing this. Come on. That's not doing it. It's kind of stuck. Oh, there we go. There we go. We got another one here. We got one more to go. Look at that, yellow. Yeah, these are Dario strings. It's kind of neat. They have they're all little colors at the end of them, and it kind of tells you. Or maybe I did change these things, because I think that's what the Dario strings. That's what they look like. I think, or maybe that's what. Yeah, I don't remember changing the strings on this. Oh well. Come on. Jiggle it, wiggle it. I don't know. Okay. I can handle doing just a little bit, not on the air here. That's about it. Okay. Keep those screws. That's one thing. And ideally what I like to do if I'm taking something apart is have little Ziploc bags and kind of label what it is. Like if I'm not gonna be looking at it for a while, you get like a little Ziploc bag, put a little piece of tape on it, label what it is, where it's from, anything to help you put it back together again, like kind of Humpty Dumpty style, I guess. Okay, well, anyways, I got one little dumb wire hanging off here still. You can see that. Okay, I'll mess around that as soon as I'm done here, which is right now. So yeah, and another thing too, I will not be here Wednesday, Friday. I usually do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon Eastern, but I've kind of got some stuff I got to do. I'll see you in a week, Monday at noon. If you've watched it this far, thanks. And there we go. We'll just kind of shut her down. And thank you for watching. Bye.